Good morning, class. In today's session, we will see quicksort. So, quicksort is also a divide and conquer algorithm as of methsort. Means here in the previous algorithm, we took a set of elements and we partitioned this or divided that elements based on the mid value. Yes, no? Here also we need to create the two sets of arrays which holds the elements which are partition. But here the partition will be based on the not the mid value here. Quicksort is using a value which is being took from the specified list of elements which are in the unsorted order, and that element is named as a pivot element or the pivot value. Here this pivot or the pivot element what we are using will partition the elements what we are having. So here for performing an action means the sorting order, we need to select an element value as a pivot, and we need to perform basic operations as well as sorting here. So the basic operations which include these are partitioning this array, and the partitioning array has to be compared, means we need to compare the values. After that we need to swap the values. So swapping and partitioning the elements of the selected array or the specified array are the common here. Okay, so before getting into this that is swapping or the selection, first we need to select that pivot element and we need to specify them the partitioned two arrays are this one, and that we will perform the actions of that is a sorted order. And coming to how we are going to select this pivot element here is, we can take any element among the list here. Sometimes we can specify it as a first element of the list. We can take the last element as a list which has been taken implemented in the below representation, or we can take that any random element into that one. Any random means you can take not only the first one and the last one, as many elements we are being considered. And other one, fourth method is median of that one has been calculated. Based on the median value, you will take the pivot element into an account. See here, this one below is being considered as a value of the pivot. So here the last element what we are chosen here is the 31. Yes, now? So the 31 is the pivot element. So we need to partition the array and we need to sort it that one. How it is going to work here is, first I need to take the 31 value. This 31 is being specified as a pivot element. This pivot element has to take the processing into an account. How we are going to process this one here is, first we need to take the element and compare the values to this one. If it is a less than the selected element, place it is the left side. If it is greater than the selected element, place to this right side. So here we need to compare with each and every element here. So first comparison is done here. So we have swapped this one, and 27 is less than 31. We place it there itself only. 19, 10 and then 14 has been considered as a less than elements only. So apart from here, what we are doing, we are taking these values into this process. So the elements which are greater than the pivot element will be at the right side, which are less than should be at the left side. If all the swapping has been completed, we need to just shuffle the places of this one. See here, we need to shuffle the places of the pivot element with the any middle element. the left side will be at this partition and the right side will be at this partition, and we need to start the sorting order. This sorting order also follows the same process. In that selected array, we need to take a pivot element. This element will be considered, will be taken into the, whenever we are taking an element as a pivot, we need to move it that one to the last one. So this last one, we need to move to the last one. If there is an element at the last one, we need to swap the places of that one also. Since it has been taken as a last one is a representation, what happens here is there is no need to swap, at least that is at the first step here. So first we need to divide the array. How we are going to divide the array means, based on this element, we need to divide the array into two sub arrays. After dividing the array, we need to place the elements in the which are in the unsorted order. The left side consists of the less than, the right side consists of the greater than values. And then coming to the next one, left side values will be there. So these left side values, what we are using, should be processed into that one. Means the same approach will be used. The same approach here is, so take one value what we are considering from that list. So just since it is having any other value, we need to, you can use any value. You can take the highest value as the pivot element, as the lowest value as the pivot element. Any value can be taken into that account and process that one. And after that one, at last, what you have to do is nothing but we need to combine all the elements processing, and we will specify it as a that is a sorted array representation. So how it is going to the process means, first selection of the elements, partition should be done. We won't conquer other, we won't sort the elements here before that one. We need to partition based on the element here. And coming to the next one, we need to perform the quick sort on the left partition. Quick sort means make an element. These first two steps, quick, that is from these two steps we need to continue. So here, make an element as a pivot, partition the array, which is a sub array we are having, and apply the quick sort on the left one. And next, after the left one, apply the quick sort on the right one. By that, the sub array will be finished, and go to the right sub array. So in that, we are having a elements there. From that, we take the one pivot element, partition that one, and apply the quick sort on the left partition, right partition. Quick sort means again make this element what we are using as a pivot again. So this is a recursively, it is been processed and performing the actions here. And coming to the examples for the processing, here we are having the multiple, means I took the three cases. The first one here is the first element has been taken as a pivot element, and then next one here is we can take as a last one, and we can take any random element for the processing also. Okay, so the first step here is select the pivot element which is at the first position of the list, and we need to define these values A and J. A means low value, J means high value, means which are at the first and the last positions of that representation. Okay, and if we are performing the partitioning, we need to move on to this from I to J. So I means from starting, J means from ending. So if you move on to the next state or the next subscript, we need to increment the I value. This J value has to move to the previous value. That's why we are decrementing the J value. If it is if it is performed, means if it is a greater than or if it is less than, means we need to perform some action on that one. If it is a greater than value at the left side, we need to swap that one. If not, we will specify the value there itself and move on to the next one. Okay, and exchanging of the values will be done, that is a swapping will be done, and we will perform all these steps continuously. And if you have been stopped at that one, means the work has been finished, we need to take these values what we had been, means the list of at present the list of J value what is there, we need to exchange with this pivot element. Let us see here. This example consists of unsorted elements which are in the order 5, 3, 8, 1, 4, 6, 2, 7. Okay, as I said, I am taking the first element as a pivot element. So here I need to define the I and J here, and I need to start the comparison for whether it is been considering any elements has to be swapped or not, we need to see. So first, initially the pivot element will be 0, and then left value is 1, and the right value is 7. Okay, 0 means the position mark. So this one, not the 0 means null value. The position where it is residing. Okay. So here 0. What are the values we are being given for processing? So the values are pivot element is 0. 0 means this one. Okay. Next one, left element is the remaining. We need to take the values what we are having, I and j. I is 1, j is 7. To move on to this next step, I has to be incremented, j has to be decremented. Okay. And the size value of this array is, we need to consider apart from this pivot element, we need to take the value. So here I is a 1 and the next j is considered as a 7 here. Okay. Now we need to process this element. So here first, how we are going to start? We consider the pivot element. Hence we have provided this is the element. Start the comparison from this element to this element. Okay. From left to right. So this list of the left is greater than the list of the pivot or not, we need to see. Since it is a less than 1, since it is less than 1, we need, means this one, since it is less than this one, there is no need to move to this right side of that one, and we need to see right value is there on. So the right value what we are having is the 7. What it is doing, it is greater than the element which is been took as a pivot. So here no need to swap the values here. 3 is not greater than the 5, and the 7 which is been providing is being considered as a greater than value for this pivot. So since it is not having the value which is greater than or equals to this value, there will be reside at their own positions only. Okay. And get into the next one. So here we need to increment the I value and then decrement the j value with the 1. Now I is equals to 2, j is equals to 6 here. Okay. So at the second position we are having the value which is 8, and this third, this sixth position we are having the value which is 2. Now just compare these two values. The list of the left, what it is having, it is having the value which is 8. If it is less than list of the pivot, we need to move to the left one by one. But what it is doing, it is been stopping here. Why? Because the value what you have chosen for the pivot is a 5 and it is greater than this value. So here the list of this one what we are presenting will be exchanger here. So we need to see, before exchanging also we need to see whether the right value is also greater than or not, we need to see. If it is a greater than, we need to process that one. If it is not greater than, we will stop that representation. We will stop here only. Okay. Now just compare the values what we are having at the left and right side of that one. So the left value is 8, the right value is 2. Both has to be swapped, which are the that is having the feature the greater than there. So first what you have to do, we need to replace the second value with the 2 with the 8 and 8 with. So we need to swap the values which are at the left and the right. So after swapping, the values will be 5, 3, 2, 1, 4, 6, 8 and 7. Okay. I'm coming to the next one. 1 is also there. So 1 is a less than representation here. And then coming to this 4 and 6. So here the 4 and 6 values what we are using. 1 means has been compared with this one. 6 is greater than the 5. We will stop here only. What happens here? It has to be the right side and the left side values has to be processed, because here this one what we are taking the 4 value and the next 6 value what we are representing has to be replaced or not, we need to see. They are in their own place because this value is less than 5, this value is greater than 5. Hence there is any value to be partitioned, we need to see. No such value has been there. What you have to do is nothing but what is the current j value, we need to think. So the current j value has to be replaced by the pivot element. Since what it is doing, it is a fourth element No? So we are swapping the places of this one, and now we done the partitioning here. This is the first partition and this is the second partition. From this partition, we need to start the conquering of that one. That is, we need to start the sorting by using the quicksort methodology only. So in this also, we are stating that we need to take the pivot element as a first one. So in the sublist, what is the first one? It is a 4. So since 4 is a first value, it will be considered as a pivot, and here 6 will be considered as a pivot element. Okay. And now see, the values what we are having here is the 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. And the next one is a 6, 8, 7. So first, what you have to do, we need to make this after the partitioning. What you are doing, we are just making this value what we are choosing here is has to be placed at this one. So we are moving this one to the end of the sub array. Hence it is moved to this sub array. And now see what is the value here is being represented here. So here, so in this representation, we need to consider that whether it is having the greatest value or not. We need to see. If it is having the greatest value, what happens here? We need to stop the processing in that one. So since it is not having the greatest value, that one, we will stop that processing by itself. So compare this pivot with this elements. So compare this value. 6 is there. Pivot element is there. Compare these two values, left and right. So what happens here? These two values are, left one is greater than the right one. So what happens here? Just to swap the places of that one, it will be considered as a 7, 8. This array order will be 6, 7, 8. The sub array has been finished. And coming to this one, the fourth has been the sorted one, and the leftover one are 1, 3, 2. As we are dealing with the first element as a pivot element, consider the first element as a pivot element, and the remaining will be left and right. See the left and right having the greatest values, means the in the sorting order or not. If it is not in the sorting order, we need to place. How far we need to know that it is in the sorting order means the left value should be less than the right value should be greater than. So here it is in the opposite. So what happens here? We should swap these values here. So this values will be swapped, and the order of this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here in this one, what we are doing is, in the previous example, we have seen that unnecessarily we are performing this actions. That is, we are not reading the values here. So we are just getting the mid value and then next processing the representations. So we are having some elements in that one. These elements, what we are using has to be what we has to be read by the system, whether they are in a sorted order not. We need to see. So for that, what it is taking, it is this element what we are choosing will divide the array into the sub array. So what we are doing, we are taking elements should be in a unsorted order only. The main condition or this the specific point what we need to consider is there should be an array which is a unsorted one. Just pick up one value which is considered as a pivot. So this pivot element will be what you are taking. So here we need to based on that one, we need to divide this with the sub arrays, 2 sub arrays here. After that, these sub arrays has to be processed in such a way which is done at the previous one. So here we need to start over this process on that sub array and another sub array, and we need to finish until we are reaching the unsorted array. So compared to the previous one is also which is also considered as a fastest one, also efficient one representation, and we are based on the elements what we are choosing for processing. And coming to here, this, the example here is we are taking this element which is at the last one. So since it is been taken into an account, so here partitioning here is it is up to partitioning. So this one we are taking the 5 as a consideration, so which is a pivot element. So here we need to start the processing of elements. So here based on the pivot element, we need to place the elements which are at the remaining places at the either at the right side or the left side. Okay, first one is a 1. So here it is been placed at the right place. So here it also compared with this 3 is also has to be compared with that one. So the 3 value what we are taking will be also placed at the left side only. Why? Because we are being taking 2, 3 and 2 be considered, whether it is a greater than the 5 also, but there is no change in the position. Why? Because it is being taken as a consideration that first we need to compare with the pivot element and then go for the comparison of the elements what we are having. And coming to the next one, we are having the elements that is a 9 and 2. Since it is less than 5, we need to compare with this one. So here 9 is greater than the 2. We need to place the elements in this by swapping. 2 has been placed. And coming to the next one, compare with the 8. 8 is a greater than 5, which is at the right side only. And read the value, which is a 7. So here it is also compared with this one. So it is at the right side only. Since it is being considered as a greater than value for well compared with the 5, just it will remain at the position what you had. First value this has been read now. So that's why what you are doing, we need to place these values at the middle of that one, and we need to provide this as a partitioning of that presentation. And coming to the another example, which is the visualization of that one. See, if you want to provide any set of the values for the processing, you can provide this values. So here I took an array. So the array size I took here is a 9. Up to 12 values we can take the for the processing. And the layout of that one is considered as a array only. Since it's a quick sort, first we need to represent what is a pivot element. So first see the elements what you have placed here is this one. If you have an example, just place in the chat box, ma'am. So first select the pivot element, first one. So choose this one as a 4. Okay, fourth element or the fourth position, 85 is a pivot element. Once it has been considered, what we have to do, we need to swap with the last element. Okay, see here 70 is there. What you are doing, we need to swap this value with this value. It has been placed. So we consider it as a end of that one. Now start the partitioning of that array. So here partitioning of that array, which is having the element series, we need to go for the left bound, left value. This left value, what he is doing, we need to specify that whether it is having the, we can take the equal values also for processing, and also we need to specify that whether it is having the greater than value or the less than value, we need to specify. So here how we are going to process this one here is just we need to take all the values into the consideration. So if you see whether it is visible to you or not, ma. If you see here, there is an arrow mark presentation. See here, it is an arrow mark presentation. So partitioning of the array here. Partitioning of the array means compare the value with this one. How I am going to compare the values means this one. So here 65 and 75 has to be compared. Which is a 65 is less than that one and 75 is also less than that one. We need to specify. Means here if you see all the values what we are chosen will be considered as a less than the chosen value only. So here we need to specify that what have been, we read all the values here. All the accessing has been done and we need to stop the processing here. So here we need to move the values to its final location. So the final location here is considered as a left subset what you have been considered because it has been placed all these things. So here if we are having elements into this one, what it has to do, we need to take this another set of values to be processed. For processing, we need to consider whether it is having the elements which are less than or not. If you compare the elements with the 85, there is no such value which is greater than 85. Since it will be blocked, and we need to process all the elements which are at the left side. This example is, it will be blocked here. Why so? Why example here is there is no such value for which is being considered as a greater than 85. So the placing of all the elements at the left side will be the correct one. So here I am taking the another private element because it is a left subarray. This is the subarray, and we don't have any other subarray because it is being blocked that no right element has been there. So in this left subarray, I am having the one element. I have to choose one element which is a pivot. So I choose the value which is the middle one, like that. That is third position, 55. So here I need to swap the values with the left side of the N1. So this is the left side of the N1. Now see, compare the values with this one, 65 and 80. So in this one, 65 and 80 both are greater than the pivot elements, and we need to process this one. So the 65, what you are considering, should be taken into an account and go for the element. We can't exchange the values with the 65 with the 80. Why? Because it is also greater than the pivot element, and we can't exchange this one. So we need to stop by this 80, and we need to go for the decrementation, and we need to move to the left side. Okay, the 60 is the next value, the previous value to the 80. Compare this value with the 65. So here it is greater than or less than, we need to see. In this processing, we are having the values here. Whether it is a greater than or less than the 65 also, what happening here? It is greater than pivot element. So what happens here? We need not to be swap with this left side. It should be at the right side only. Okay. And 70 greater than, 75 greater than. Now go for the 50. So here in this one, what happens here? It is less than the pivot element, and it is also less than the selected element. Then we need to swap the values into that one. Okay. And coming to the next one. So here we are having the another element which is the 45. So compare with the 65, what happens here? There is no any further comparison has to be done. So what happens here? We need to stop this value there itself only, and we need to provide any elements are there to be processed. There is no such element to be processed here. What happens here? We need to swap the elements of that positions. Okay, right side it will have the greater than value, left side it will have the less than value. Okay, and coming to the next one, we need to sort up this left sublist which is having the two elements. Select element which is a pivot. The pivot element which is a greater than the left means we need to swap up the places here. Since it is having the greater than value well compared with the element which is of the left at the first position, which is a 45. Since what it is having, we need to crossing on. But here what happens here is, we are having only two elements. Select the pivot element. After the selecting the pivot element, what you have to do? We need to move this pivot element to the end. So what you are doing? You need to swap the values here. So other than comparing all these things values, what he has done, move the pivot to the end. After selecting that one, what happens here? They will be in a sorted. That is the first one. And compared to the next one, next representation here, whether there is an partition is there or not, we need to see. Since it is left with the one value only, and it has reached its bound, then there is no any specification that we need to partition the left side. Go for the right side representation. So the right side representation here, the consist of elements or there or not, we need to see. Here it is having only one element. So there is no right side element. There is no any left side element has been left. So what it is being done? It has been crossed it bounds and specify it as a pivot's final location. Okay. And coming to the next one, it is having the right sublist. Here the left sublist has been finished the processing, and come to the right sublist. In this right sublist, select a value which is at the mid. 60 and move it to the end. Okay. And now see what are the values we are having here. Since we are having all the, means further processing also, since it is having all the values which are at the greater than to that one, greater than to that representation, what happens here is we won't furtherly change any values position or not, we need to see. So here we need to specify that whether it is having the greater than value, less than values or not, we need to see. There is no any value left which is should be specified as it is a greater than that value. Hence we have been reached. Why we are swapping here? Hence we have reached all the values here. Then there is no need to process that one. First, what you have to do, we are at this comparison, just to swap the places of 60 and 75 and fix the places, the final the position for the 60 here. And the left out one here is the this sub array. So this is the right sublist we are having for this element, this 60th element. So here take the any element for the processing. So take the element here, the pivot as a 65. The 65 will be replaced with this, swap it with the last value. And the value what we are chosen here is also greater than here. Then there is no any left sublist will be there. After reading all the values here, what happens here is it will reach to its one only, and we will count that there will be no bound has been left, and means there is no value has been left here. Just what you have to do, we need to swap the places of the first and the last elements what we are having. There is a pivot element and final the location of that one. And coming to this one, what we are having 75, 80 and 70 as a right sublist what we are presenting. In this right sublist, we are taking one pivot element which is the 80 and place it to the end of that one. Okay. And comparison has to be done here. This comparison what we are taking, this will be specified as this partitioning has to be done. So left bound, right bound, we need to see. So here the values what we are chosen for this one are less than the 80. Then what it is doing, it will be created as a left sublist for processing. Before specifying that one, we need to move it's are specifying as a final list one. This is the left sublist which has been created. Specify a pivot 75, move to its end, which is the end here 70. Just swap these places. Then we are having the a sub array for the processing here. This array consists of one element which is a visually seeing by us, but we need to read all the elements now. So left bound and the right bound we need to consider. This left bound and the right bound what we are having here, it is having only one element at the left side. There is no any element left at the right side. That has been considered as a bound crossing, and we has to reach the end point here. What it has to specify? It has to specify that we need to consider the location of this element which is a final one and try to sort the left sublist here. So if it is consist of many elements, we are sorting this one. Since it is not having any elements has been left, what happens here? It is being taken as a single element which is in the sorted order. Then the final elements what we are using here is a consider, means in this order will be like this. Okay, if you are having any, I'm once again saying, if you are having any example on your mind, just text in that chat box here. In this step, if you see what happens here, if you are taking the elements randomly, what we are providing, if you are taking highest element as that one, as that processing, what happens here? It won't consider any left sub array or the right sub array for processing. If you go for the first step itself, it is doing. I took the element which is the 85. What is the value of this indicating here is indirectly, this is the greatest value what we are having. When we are choosing the greatest value among that one, what happens here is there is no array will be created at the right side. If you are taking any middle value, any lowest value, if you are taking as a 45 as a representation, pivot element. So this pivot element, what happens here? It will be specify that there will be only right subtree or the right list will be there, and we won't have the another values here. For coming to this, if you are not giving any values, what it is doing? It is taking its own values. So see here, it is taking its own values, and how it is going to process here? It is being considered as a, in this procedure, in this visualization, we are taking the mid value means which is the middle of that one is being considered as a values what we are chosen for processing. So here 693. So we are chosen multiple values here, not given this. So what happens here? We will have the left sublist or the right sublist we need to see. So since it is having the values which is 726 and the 955, what is in the right subtree or the right list we are having the elements for the processing, and these elements will be considered. So if you see keenly, it is been taken that apart from this one up to this step, there will be no changing with of the processing. Why? Because it is being considered as the values what we are chosen for the processing with the selection of this partitioning are considered as a less than the pivot element. This pivot element is not being allowed to the stay at the right side. Since it is having this 726 and the 955, we need to swap these values here. So these swap values will be swapped, and we need to get these left and right subtrees here. Sorry, sub list what we are having. So then the sublist will be 693 will be swapped with this one 955, and the sublist what we are having will be 693 is placed is at fixed at its final position, and 726 and 955. Although they are in the swap means sorted order, we need to check it once because it is in the sorting order. If the two elements of the left also sorting order is there, we need to check it once on the processing. If to go for the further processing, what you have to do, we need to take the middle element or the other element for the processing, just swap with the others. 493. There are the 521 and 612 or they will be swapped with this one. Okay. That's about one simple example for what you have chosen. We have seen this selection of the pivot elements as the first one, last one, and also the middle one for the processing. That's about today's class, ma. Thank you.